So I was saying that I got up early this morning. The only thing that prevented me from sleeping completely through the night was Elvis, my dog, and his snaggletooth kind of getting a little too cozy for my liking right around 1:30 in the morning. So I gave him the old pat, pat, slap, slap, snap, snap, you know, and he got off the bed and jumped onto the chair. But I got up early at 5:30 and hopped on the Golf Channel.
Nice.
And there's a cool Greg Norman quote that who iterated it or reiterated it. Maybe it was Lee Westwood. It's like try. I don't know who it was, but anyway, give 110% and don't care about the outcome.
Nice. You know, if we could all have that mindset in life in general, Billy.
I love that.
Right.
I have a personal philosophy, and it's tied to that, and it's like care, like a really lot, but don't really care a lot.
Yeah.
Does that make any sense?
Yeah, of course.
And the whole idea is the process. The outcome is totally secondary to the process. You know, and I think that Greg Norman quote distilled my thoughts even more apt.
That's true. I mean, think about it. That's why a lot of these top athletes in the world, mainly golfers, actually see these sports psychologists for things just like that. I'm reading this book right now about kind of that, and it's just quotes from golfers from around the world. I should have actually brought it down and read you a couple quotes. Yeah. It's really good. You'd love this book. But it's just talking about the mind and how it plays tricks on you when you're playing golf, and things that you can do to combat that. Long story short, basically,
what's it called?
Dude,
Zen golf.
My mother-in-law gave it to me. I don't know the name. It's a small book. Okay. It's a picture book, so it's perfect for me.
Scratch and sniff. Up. Don't let it scare you. And yeah, anyway, keep going.
No, it's I've read a couple.
Yeah,
I've read a couple chapters, but it basically, if you're on the tee box and you see water and your first initial thought is I cannot hit this ball in the water, or if you look at the water, if it's the last thing you look at, but what's most likely going to happen? You're most likely going to dunk that ball in the water.
It's all fulfilling prophecy.
It's all in your mind, man. So if you can just somehow be strong in the mind and not even think about the bad shots and think about the good results, then most likely than not, you're going to hit a good shot.
Yeah, Zen Golf is I think a popular golf book. Henry's a big fan. Henry Lynch is a big fan of Zen Golf. And meanwhile, shout out to Henry. Excuse me. He won the club championship at Columbia this past weekend. Yeah. For his flight, his flight is flying. His flight's getting up there.
Congrats,
Henry's playing some good golf. Maybe he'll one day graduate to Robin Golf Clubs.
You never know. That's a good win.
Robin Golf is one of our sponsors. Thank you, Robin, for the new clubs. I played yesterday at the Salt Pond. I had plenty of holes and fives. Should equate to a double bogey on a part three. Anyway, no.
Did you play yesterday?
I played 9 holes. Yes, I did.
Nice.
I got right after I talked to you. I got in the car. I ran out to Cripple Creek, and it was like the OK Corral. Someone's coming to town. There's a shootout, and everyone's gone. High noon style. And so no one was there. So I got back in the car and went over to Salt Pond.
Nice.
I putted like 4 putts.
My home course, Billy.
That's right.
That's where I learned how to play.
Yeah, and we're going to play next week when you come down.
All right.
At some point. But I got out there, putted a few. I'm like, God, I'm not putting. And I just walked. I walked 9, hobbled with my bum Achilles.
That's fun. That's cool.
It was great. It was perfect. Yeah. But Henry's playing good golf.
Yeah, club champ at Columbia is no small task.
Hey, funny. I should. Paul D's up on the wall, isn't he?
Yeah, well,
didn't he win his flight a few years back?
Oh, it's funny you bring that. He actually,
now he's in Paul D company. Oh boy.
Well, so apparently we can talk to Bob Dolan about this on Saturday, but he took Paul from a 14.5 to an 8.5 handicap, Billy.
Really?
Yeah. So that's pretty impressive. So shout out to Bob. However, I must say that apparently, I don't know if this is a term at Columbia, but Paul got bridged in the first round of the club championship.
Oh, that's a term, bro.
Yeah, he got bridged.
You know what that means?
Yeah, he didn't make it past the bridge on what?
McLeod's Ravine.
Yeah,
that's 13.
He got smoked. So his match ended on 12. And he had like 4 shanks. So we may have to talk to Bob about that.
Is that coming through?
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to get. I've never done this before.
You're trying to get Paul?
Calling him on the phone right now on the live podcast. Will he answer?
Catch him off guard.
I've got a feeling he's going to answer. Like one more ring to go.
Billy J.
Hey, Paul D.
How
you doing, sport?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I got you on Pillars of Community podcast right now, by the way. We are live with your brother.
Thank God we're not zooming because I'm not wearing any clothes.
Yeah, thank God. There goes the podcast. Anyway,
goes the podcast.
I plugged in my phone. I've never tried this before, and I'm so happy you picked up.
Hey, Paulie.
You know that voice?
Are you being serious?
I'm being serious.
Paul, this is live, baby. This is like the sports junkies of one.
Hold on for a minute. I'm looking at the numbers right now. They're going through the roof. Like the needles.
I got my AM radio on for some. I can't pick it up for some reason.
No, this is podcast material. You gotta stream.
It's live on the air. Okay, we're podcasting.
Yeah. So what do you think about the Ryder? What do you think about the Ryder Cup?
Oh, the Ryder Cup's going to be a good one, man. I think we're going to surprise a lot of people in the Europeans, even though we're the underdogs.
We're not the underdogs. Excuse me. Let me jump in. We actually are not the underdogs.
Yeah, I mean, historically, yes. Okay. The Europeans have won what, like 7 of the last 10 or something like that. But the U.S. it's on U.S. soil, and the American team is stacked and racked. And if we lose on the course, Bryson and Brooks will beat them up in the locker room. Give them wedgies and swirlies.
I'm excited. I'm as excited to watch Bryson.
Yeah.
And Brooksy together to see if they bring the team down, if they can come together for a weekend and bring the team up. That's going to be fun to watch.
Good tabloid headlines.
That's going to be a great headline. even if they play crappy.
Yeah. It's interesting. I was watching some coverage this morning, and it's like basically the guy Chambly. You know that guy Chambly, the announcer?
Of course.
One of the
I like him.
Hated announcers in all of golf.
Of course, people. I always like the people that people don't like for some reason. I like him, and he was like, it's basically, but I can see how it could be disliked. He's like, it's always Tiger. The press conference is like, how come you can't beat Tiger? How come you can't beat Tiger? It's like, it's just Tiger. And the equation, the analogy is like the same thing with respect to asking the Americans why they can't beat the Europeans. And the Europeans are just like come out with cheese heads on, and they just kind of like, yeah, they have fun. And he also said like, yeah, we had a bit of fun out there. We had a bit of fun.
Agreed, man. Hey, Bill, I've got an 8:30 conference call with a client. It's 8:32.
Oh man.
I can let me loop him in. He's a huge golf nut.
Do that.
No, I'm kidding. I got to jump, man. I can call you back later, but I gotta hop off.
Well, we're gonna be on here for I don't know 3, but yesterday went for 3.5 hours, so we'll be here. No, I'm kidding.
I'm thinking till at least
no. I mean, hey, you know what? Our episode yesterday just went live, so check it out on your podcast app. Yesterday, Brian and I talked mostly the American squad, and we're gonna at some point get to the Europeans today. But anyway,
I love it, man. I mean, that's a heck of a guest to have on there. The amateur putt king of Bethany Beach.
Viking golf.
Paul, we just make sure you watch this podcast tomorrow because we just
talked
buddy.
About good luck, man. I'll call you back.
All right, see you, Paul.
All right, man. Bye.
Oh God.
I was going to talk to him about getting bridged, but I don't think he liked that. He cut me off.
Yeah, good thing he had to run, huh?
There's no chance.
That was cool.
He doesn't have an 8:30 conference call.
Maybe we'll call like the pro shop and get Dolan on right now.
That would be funny. I like this little call thing. We can just start calling people.
We could, 1-800 lonely bunnies. Or no, come on, Billy. All right, pull it together here. So Patrick Harrington, I've heard of him before. He's the captain, huh? Oh,
Patty Harrington, best accent in the entire world.
Is that right? Patty Harrington. Yes, he does have a really good accent.
My buddy ran into that guy one time at a grocery store.
Did he fall over?
In New Jersey when he was playing the U.S. Open at Baltusrol. Saw him in
Cool.
the saw him in the cereal aisle picking up food for his kids because he had rented a house for the week with his family.
Yeah.
And hit him up for like 5-10 minutes. Said he was the nicest guy ever.
Oh, come on. It's not
Yeah.
just the accent, huh?
There's Irishmen, man.
No, yeah, yes. That's the culture of just like, hey, we're going to the public house, and we're bringing our like 4-month-old toddler,
Exactly.
and he might have some of the foam off the Guinness because that's what we do. And there's no screens in the pub, so we're going to talk to each other, and we're going to develop social skills.
Right. We're not going to be glued in our phone all day.
Yeah,
we're actually going to have conversations.
Yeah, it's a thing. It's like that's why, people hit 1,000 8-iron shots off the range, so they're good at it. So if you start young and go to the public house, and you're gonna have some decent social skills. Not saying everyone, but Patty, good on you, Patty Harrington. That's cool.
He's a great captain, man. I think he'll get that team rocking and rolling. They're stacked as well.
Did you see him come out with the cheese hats?
I have not seen that. No.
You got to watch your coverage. Got to put your baby down.
I know. I was on the road all day yesterday, but I'll be locked and loaded tonight watching live from the Ryder Cup.
Oh my gosh! I noticed I think I said yesterday, the cover, or not the coverage, the offerings, which is kind of like bland, and then this morning, it's like they've upped their game. It's the eve of the cup.
Well, tonight 5 p.m. Eastern are the opening ceremonies.
For real.
Highly recommend watching if you're a golf fan. It's pretty cool. They do like flyovers and the anthem.
Really?
It's awesome music.
The European anthem?
Well, they might do the European anthem, although it's on U.S. soil, so probably not.
So, yeah, I don't know.
I mean, it's on U.S. soil. They don't,
But it's, but yeah, I don't know.
But it's cool.
We'll find out.
Yeah, I remember I've watched some of the opening ceremonies before. Last time I was in the U.S., it was pretty sweet.
Last time I was in the U.S., it was where? Excuse me. It was 2018, right?
No, that was in.
I'm sorry. 2016. Where was it?
Everything's pushed back now, so you got me.
It's every 2 years, right? Ryder Cup.
Every two.
Every two. Yeah.
However, this one.
COVID trifecta or whatever.
Yeah. So 2016, I guess it would be. It was Hazeltine. I don't know if you remember.
My
it was
favorite kind of coffee.
Awesome. Hazeltine. Oh, in Minnesota, it was so loud. That's when Patrick Reed and Rory were going back and forth.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah. Reed got him. Captain America.
It was one of the best like match play matches of all time.
Really?
They were pumping up the crowd. Rory was put. Can you hear me? Like it was awesome. Yeah. The U.S. won that one, which is a rare win.
Hogan.
What?
The Hulk Hogan?
Yeah, exactly.
And made in America.
Oh
gosh, is right. I could get us on a serious tangent. But Rory, let's talk about Rory.
Rory.
Yeah. How's he playing, do you think? He had a kind of an up and down year. In previous to this year, he's been sort of kind of down.
Yeah, I think he's fighting his swing a little bit. But you can never count out Rory, man. I mean,
I'm not. Yes, on this stage, it's like throw conventional wisdom out the window. It's kind of an isolate. It stands alone for itself. This event. What do you say?
Yeah, of course. And match play and this team competition is one of those things where even if you've been playing not that great throughout the year, I mean, a week like this,
it's a good way to end your season.
You can throw all of it out the window because it's match play. It's 4-ball. You've got partners to help you out.
What does 4-ball mean?
Basically,
is it step away?
It's basically four people play. So you and me versus Rory and Ian Poulter. Yeah. And everyone, it's best ball. Everyone plays their ball, and low score wins. You count one score for each team.
I understand. Okay, cool. Mm-hmm. Best ball. Then there is also a step away, isn't there? A step away element, like you only hit 2 shots on the hole or something.
Alternate shot.
Yeah.
My favorite format.
Isn't that also called step away?
I've never heard of that, but it could be. We'll have to ask Bobby D about that.
You hit it and you step away, and then that guy hits it. I like it. I've played it, I think, before.
Alternate shot. It's awesome.
It's fun because you gotta jive with your guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got to get some chemistry going, or I mean, it's a true sort of like team element.
Well, yeah, I mean, most member guests, that country clubs have, they typically have their playoff or shootout alternate shot, right? So like you'll play the entire 2-day tournament best ball,
Yeah.
but then the actual final shootout, the final 3-hole playoff is typically alternate shot. So
if it's tied, no, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying it's also
it's not if it's tied. That's how member guests work, right? They go. Is it like the person who wins their flight?
Yeah,
go ahead.
All the flight winners.
Okay, now
there's
we're
like
talking
6 or 7 flights, maybe even 8 flights. All the flight winners then get together for a playoff, and then they take the 2 from the playoff, and then those 2 teams play in an alternate shot format for the overall winner. That's typically how I've seen it. That's how Paul and I won one time.
Kings Creek.
Yes, sir.
Well, how long ago? A couple years ago.
Oh, hold on, let me look at the mantle right here. 2015.
Cool.
I'm serious. I've got a little thing right here. Wait, hold on. No, 2014.
Okay, great. Even better year.
But it's cool. So think about it. So let's say we were partners.
Yeah.
You've got to strategize, and this is what the guys do on the Ryder Cup. You have to strategize who tees off first, right? Because if it's a 3-hole playoff, if I'm teeing off first, then I'm also teeing off on the 3rd hole. So you got to make sure that you're okay on the 2nd hole, right? But what if we get a 5 on the first? You know what I'm saying? Doesn't matter. Whoever tees off on the 1st hole will not be teeing off on the 2nd hole, regardless of what you shot on that first.
So does it only depend on who? Does the tee shot? Is that the only thing that rotates?
Yes. No.
Okay.
So
everything else is every other shot. So you tee off on the first. Okay, you hit it in the fairway. I grab a 5-iron. I hit it to the side of the green. Who hits it now? You?
Me. We go back and forth
back and forth. It doesn't matter who hits the last putt in the hole.
No.
The other guy is teeing off on the next hole.
Correct.
I got it.
It's awesome. It's nerve-wracking. It's fun.
Love it, dude.
Yeah, it's a great format.
Columbia member guest got to be coming up soon.
Yeah, Paul's taking me.
I was hoping to wedge myself in the middle between the brothers.
2nd week.
Snag you. And if you're ever single, if you're ever back on the market, let me know. I'll snag you up.
All right. You'll be the first person I call.
I think we got good chemistry. Just I can tell over the airways, over the Zoom.
You'll be the first person I call, buddy.
Now we're talking. So I don't know. So you got Patty Harrington's the captain, right? Then you have 5 vice captains.
Luke.
Are they all captains in charge of vice? My dad was like the vice president for a while of a company with Ed. Remember my grandfather, Ed Webster?
So I remember. I still send you selfies of the bands, Billy.
Oh my God. So Ed Webb was the president. My dad was vice president, and he called himself, I am president in charge of vice. I'm not talking about vice golf balls. Anyway, we got Luke Donald, Robert Carlson, Martin Keimer, Graeme McDoley.
He's the man.
Henrak Stenson. You picked up what I was doing. Anyway, what's the role of the vice captain? Just like they don't play golf, right?
No, they walk around,
they hang out. And
here's what they do. There's so many matches going on, Billy. There's only one captain.
Okay.
So he picks vice captains that all the guys know that have played on Ryder Cups before, that are major champions. And they all go out they watch certain players, certain teams. They all have their earpieces on, and they
perfect sense. Yeah.
They give them updates and all that.
A golf course is not that small unless you're talking about Salt Pond, and that's even not that small. Golf courses are vast. So it's like, and last time I checked, like by location is not a thing, So if Patty's with John Rahm on 2, he needs other boots on the ground. So they're like field generals.
Field generals with earpieces, relaying info.
You have to do this.
But actually,
doesn't work for me.
Another important thing they do is they help Patty come up with the pairings.
Yeah.
So that'll happen tonight too. They announced the pairings tonight, which is also cool.
Interesting.
Yeah. So they figured out who's got good chemistry with who. then they look at the American side and they say, okay, who should we, if the Americans choose Bryson and who do you think? I'm trying to think who he might play with. Tony Finau, let's say.
Everyone's talking about Bryson and Koepka.
Yeah, but I don't think that's going to happen. That'd be cool, but I don't think that's going to happen.
Bury the hatchet.
Yeah.
There you go. Seabass in the corner over there. Is that what it's from? Bury the hatchet. Is that for the scene in the diner?
Well, is the hatchet part from
isn't that from that movie? But we're gonna bury that hatchet.
No. I know what it is. Let's say, a couple Boilermakers to bury the hatchet. That's exactly.
Wind them down to 69. So yeah. Good. Go ahead. What are you gonna say? Vice captains, they help make the pairings.
Pairings is instrumental in the entire thing, right? You got to have good. You showing me your chest there? What's going on there?
Yeah, I'm just gonna adjust. My audio is a little funky right now.
He must work.
You go. You talk. Talk.
No, I'm just saying that the pairings is huge.
How about now? How about now? Check 1 2. That's worse. All right. Yeah, it is. It is huge. So. What do you want to? What would be good? Let's see, who do you like on the European team? Let's see here. Number 1 qualifier, Rory McIlroy. When I see Rory, maybe I'll loop him in. Mike Schuler.
Oh gosh, that's hilarious.
Let's loop him in. Hey, Mike.
Hey, man. How are you?
Good. I'm in the middle of a podcast right now, and you're on the air right now with Brian Andrews. We're talking about the Ryder Cup.
Mr. Schuler.
Very good.
What do you think about the Ryder Cup? You didn't make it. They didn't tap you on the shoulder this year.
No.
Yeah.
I just missed the cut.
Billy, he can't hear me, can he?
All right. Well, enjoy the podcast.
I'll call you back. All right, Mike.
All right. Sounds good.
Okie dokie. That went well.
Can they hear me?
I think they can.
I don't think they can. No, because I just realized
Paul didn't respond to anything you're saying.
Yeah, I thought he was just trying to be in a, you know what? But
maybe it's the host maybe the host is the only person that can interact with the call-in, which kind of makes sense, but it's unfortunate. Rory always I love him, dude. He's a model of resilience or just grit and determined, and he wears it on his face. Like he could, if he's off, you can kind of tell he's off, I think. And it's like he's been sort of wearing these last few years of just you can see the struggle.
Yeah, I mean, he's the ultimate competitor. He's
a freak athlete, man.
He is, but
he's a great ball striker of the golf ball.
Golf is the type of sport, Billy, where look at Spieth. Here's a perfect example. Jordan Spieth. Remember, he won 3 majors in a year and a half, 2 years, something crazy. That's unsustainable in the game of golf, right? Everyone goes through spells where you're going to have down years, and we're seeing that with Rory right now.
Why is that?
Because it's such a hard game, and there's so many good players out there. And these guys, it's really fascinating about these guys. Tiger Woods, another prime example, dominated through the 2000s, right? And 97 to 2010.
Yeah.
Constantly tweaking his golf swing, even with winning every tournament the guy plays, right? These guys, if Tiger kept his swing, well, he would have had more injuries probably. But these guys are constantly tweaking their golf swing, even though they're winning. And I think Rory did that because they know that they always have to try to improve somehow.
Yeah, it's got to be go ahead, sorry.
No, there's so many young golfers. So
no, it was a rhetorical question. Golf's like the great line. It's like the hardest course is the one that's 6 inches between your ears. It's the mental course.
You know who said that, right?
Bobby Jones.
Bobby Dolan. Bobby Dolan. No.
I think it's Bobby Jones. I don't know who it was.
One of those guys.
Anyway.
Maybe Walter Hagen.
Okay, cool.
I don't know. But yeah,
it was a rhetorical question. It's hard as can be. And we talked yesterday about how if when you get higher up on longer the clubs, there's more variables at play, and it's harder to get the club face to be square at contact, and there's so many moving parts, and that's just the physical element of it. And then you're inside, you're in the command module inside of your cranium, your brain is going through all this sort of like things, and it's hard to like. That's why it's good, I think, to see yourself on camera, right? Because you don't really know where your arms are and everything. And anyway, I'm getting a little off.
Well, no, that and
it's just real tough. It's tough.
Oh yeah, that's why.
And now more than, do you think when Tiger was priming, when he was at his sort of prime peak, mid 90 to mid, I would say, what was his peak, you think? 97 to 07?
Well, he won the Masters in 97.
97, like when did you get in the crash? 07?
09, I believe.
That's a dozen year right there. Were other golfers did he have competition? He did.
Phil.
But was there the cadre of talent that is
negative
now? Yeah.
You bring up a very good point. There was not.
Or is it?
You know what's crazy, Billy?
It's a tough question. It's a tough hypothetical to answer. Or it's like Tiger just squashed people's, like David Duval. People could have like risen up if there wasn't this like alien Tiger Woods.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Duval was one of those guys as well for a couple short period of time. But what's interesting is all the guys that we're seeing in the Ryder Cup right now.
Yeah. On
the US side, were the guys that were literally like kids idolizing Tiger, right?
Yeah.
And now they're playing in the Ryder Cup.
Yeah.
It's so crazy.
Well, that's so
crazy.
That's the Tiger effect, perhaps. It's like, look, think about before Tiger. Who you emulating? I love Greg Norman because I love them straw hats. The Great White Shark. But like there was no one as relatable or accessible or someone that transcend golf to like other sports, football, basketball. He's just like an athlete. Made it a egalitarian, I think that's the right word, sport, that allowed for kids that are 10 to like slave away on the driving range and try to become the next Tiger Woods. And now we have that groundswell, or we have harvest that sort of crop, and that's what we're witnessing.
Correct.
And and the argument could be made is that before that, Tiger didn't have that many legitimate contenders, because the generation that is Tiger Woods, him growing up, they didn't have like a Tiger Woods to look to.
Tiger put golf on the map when he came and won the Masters in 97.
Thank you. Golf
is where it is today because of Tiger Woods. Rounds. I work in the golf industry. I see the rounds being played, right? I know numbers. I see the numbers. The purses are where they are because of Tiger Woods. Every single golf pro has said that. Phil Mickelson, literally he's mentioned that 1,000 times.
Oh my God.
He goes, I have to thank Tiger Woods for us playing for $1.5 million every week, because if it wasn't for Tiger, this would never happen. Tiger put the game of golf to a place, no other athlete in the history of sports has, maybe Jordan, obviously, but he has that kind of impact on the sport.
Yeah. Because the purses are what they are, playing for $1.5 million, you think, because TV ratings? That's one of the things. Sponsors?
Both. All the above.
All the above. It's a huge animal. There are many arms to it, especially now with social media. It's a whole nother beast that wasn't really there when Tiger was in his prime.
Yeah, I mean, every single PGA Tour golfer has Tiger to thank for them making millions of dollars a year. It's that simple.
It's unbelievable.
Yep.
And you get someone of that caliber of talent, charisma, the fact that he's African American, or he's dark skinned, like good with people. I'm gonna say charisma again. Like, you can't look away from the guy. And then you put him in the individual sport, an individual sport, contrast to Jordan, who's around. Granted, he's shown brighter than all the rest on the court, he had 4 others though, and it's only just Tiger. You know,
Eh.
it's like the lead singer leaving the band to go just do a solo deal. You know, like.
Well, yeah. I mean, think of it this way: pre-Tiger, yeah, there was the Normans, the Nicklases, the Lee Trevinos of the world, but like golf wasn't cool. It wasn't cool.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Tiger
Right.
made golf cool.
Egalitarian
I mean,
for the people.
Think about how animated he was on the golf course with the Tiger fist pumps. Everyone knows about a Tiger fist pump, right?
Yep.
He made golf cool. He made kids want to go out there and hit balls all day, like you said. He kind of transcended the sport worldwide, right? I mean, there's a reason Nike made him their, I think Tiger was the first $1 billion, even before Jordan, the first $1 billion athlete.
Yeah.
For endorsements.
Yeah, he to take a sport of country clubs and initiation fees, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And like it costs a lot of money to break that sort of down, and it doesn't have to be buttoned up hoity-toity, keep your emotions in, that sort of thing. It's more of a, keep saying it, egalitarian, of the people, for the people sort of sport.
Absolutely.
Yeah. LT Gray. My dad loved Tiger. And I'd always cheer against the guy whose Tiger's going against, because I tend to cut in the opposite directions of people. That's why I like Chambly, I guess. I just like the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like him too. I think Brandon Chambly is great.
He seems to me pretty freaking insightful and smart.
Yeah.
It takes kind of a philosophic approach to some of the stuff.
And you know what I like? I like people,
his wife,
when they call it like it is.
Mm-hmm,
right?
Mm-hmm.
When people call it
Yep.
like it is, and they don't beat around the bush, and they're not worried about offending anyone.
Pushback.
Yeah, I mean, look, he's not calling people derogatory terms. He's calling people out for maybe their behavior, or I think he called out Brooksy 2 weeks ago when Brooks commented on the Ryder Cup saying he really wasn't that into it. Like, it's just a weird week for him. I think the comments were taken out of context a little bit, but Randall basically said, "Hey, Brooksy, if you don't want to play in the Ryder Cup for Team USA, get off the team. Let someone else take your spot."
Yeah.
No problem with that comment.
Yeah.
Call it like it is, man.
That's 100%, unvarnished truth right there.
Mm-hmm.
You're representing your country, the individual. And that's the cool thing about the Ryder, how unique it is. So it goes from an individual sport to a team element. And multiple players say, I have no problem going 0-4 if we can win the cup.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I don't think it's not going to necessarily help the cause, but they will be martyrs to the cause if they can win the cause. If that makes sense. I don't think it does. Talk to me about John Rahm, the big Spaniard. I think he should have won Player of the Year. We talked about him yesterday.
Rahm.
He's like, he's a big dude.
He's awesome, man.
I like him.
He's a heck of a player. He's only 26.
He's kind of fiery, isn't he?
He's number 1 in the world. I mean, think about that. He's number 1 in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Very fiery. He is basically the Patrick Reed of Europe.
Yeah.
So he's going to have look, this European team, yes, they're underdogs, but only because they're on U.S. soil.
Yeah.
It seems to always go that way. It's tough to beat the home team plus the home crowd, right?
The crowd's Redskin logo, bro. Come on.
You can't say that word anymore.
Heineke, baby.
You cannot say that word, please.
Can you still do "Hail to the Redskins"? Do they still have the anthem?
Billy, I have a T-shirt that says "Hail to the football team" now.
Are there any lyrics? They just do "Hail to the football team."
Well, so
there's too many syllables in there.
I don't think they do the music through the PA system anymore after touchdowns, but I do know the crowd will still sing the fight song.
Oh God.
Yeah.
The crowd speaks truth.
Well,
and you know what happens when Joe Biden walks into a crowd? Oh boy. Bleep.
I'm not going to go there, Billy.
No,
this is a golf show.
That's it. Cutting it off.
This is a golf show, Billy.
I agree. So,
Joey Biden was just in Rehoboth last weekend.
oh,
Did you know
really?
that? Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Did we talk about this? I talked to somebody about this. Sorry, I'm a little distracted. Yeah. Good for him. Back to golf. John Rahm, love him. Paul Casey
had a great year.
From?
Had a great year. I
Cool.
really like that guy.
Cool.
Almost won a major, 2 majors actually. Should have won one of them actually. Billy, you seem a little distracted. You all right there? You want me to take over the cast?
You hear it? You hear it?
Oh, I hear it. Do I hear it? That's my ringtone on my phone.
Oh, no. YouTube just banned me for life. Bezos coming through the thing and
You've been canceled.
Cancel culture. All right. Now I'm back. Okay. Paul Casey is English. He's awesome. Tommy Fleetwood's got some serious hair.
Fleetwood's great. He hasn't really closed any big tournaments.
He's got serious hair.
Yeah, I don't know about Fleetwood, man.
Yeah.
He's kind of like Tommy Fleetwood reminds me a little of Tony Finau, where Tony Finau has always contended in these US tournaments, but like never really closed the deal until he won this past year. But
yeah, put them together, match them
but
up.
But these
together.
guys are so good, Billy.
Yeah.
These guys, even if they're not winning tournaments, they're so good with match play. Mm-hmm. They're so good with the team camaraderie. Mm-hmm. That's why Europe has our number, you know? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've always been a team sport guy personally, you know, growing up. I didn't like necessarily excel at individual sports like golf, like you have. And I was watching something this morning, and like, yeah, when you get out of the bed, I get out of bed, and you're thinking about the game. You have butterflies, and you have some nerves. I'm like, yeah, you can go talk. It's reassuring. It's helpful that you can go and sit down and have an omelet with some other your teammates and kind of calm you down. And that's the way it was with when I played lacrosse and stuff. You go to your pregame breakfast and you're like, oh, damn it. I feel good, but I feel bad, but I feel good. I don't know how I feel. You know, it's like almost like a therapy session around the table over breakfast and stuff, because like it's a mix between good butterflies and then like doubts and stuff. And to be able to have that sort of support around you, and to be a more mature human being, and knowing that you don't have to put on a man of steel facade and don't talk about your nerves and things, is cool about team sports and this event, I would think, you know, which is totally different than when Sergio Garcia or when Graham McDowell wakes up on any other for the Masters. It's just him and his caddy and his coach.
Exactly. This way they have a teammate. Now, you know, the teammate might be different every day, but at least they have a teammate. And then afterwards they all get together, right? And they have that camaraderie aspect of it in the team meeting room.
Debrief.
Yeah, it's awesome.
We got to hit Lee Westwood. What's the deal with Big Lee?
48 years old.
Qualifier. He's not even a pick. He qualifies. 48.
Yeah, he's been playing in like at least 20 years worth of Ryder Cups.
Yeah. 25, I think. His first one was like, he was all right. The first, holy smokes. The first Ryder Cup he played in, I think he was 20.
Okay, so.
Or 21, which puts him about, you know, like over a generation. I think people consider a generation to be 25 years. So spans generations.
So I was actually watching Golf Channel last night, and they did a little snippet on that exactly. In his first Ryder Cup, rookie Lee Westwood. He looks
so different, man.
So different, unbelievable. They paired him with Nick Faldo, who at that time was the man.
Yes, I saw the same segment this morning.
Yeah, so 5 majors, maybe even 6 majors.
I think 6.
Yeah, and they pair him with Nick Faldo, and he's like, "Are you kidding me?" And he did awesome. So yeah, they talked about how because this will probably be his last Ryder Cup. And so they're talking about how yesterday at the practice round, he was just walking around with the biggest smile on his face,
taking it all in.
Oh, think about how cool that is, man.
Yeah.
He's 2 years away from the senior tour, and here's this guy competing with the Justin Thomases of the world and the Jordan Spieths, and this guy is basically Phil Mickelson's age. So it's pretty cool, and he's a hell of a player, man.
Yeah.
Talk about a ball striker. The thing that's let him down over the years is his flat stick. We
His
call
butt-
that the putter, Billy.
Little Billy Baru. Yeah, he's he was. Did you know that he was the number one golfer in 2010 in the world?
I did not.
I think I saw that. I think I heard that or saw that correctly. So that's the downfall of Tiger and everything. And I think 2010 he hit number one in the world. Don't quote me, but that's only 10 years ago.
I wonder what tournaments he won that year. 2010.
I don't know. Side note: when Lee Westwood, this is like a buddy of mine's before he was married to his wife, I think got cozy with Lee Westwood.
Oh, that's some.
When he was here for I don't know what for. I have some tournament, but
All right.
Anyway,
We can talk about that on the next podcast, maybe.
How about that over a cup of coffee?
Go to Bethany Beach Diner.
Hey, we can get him on the phone. I think the phone would work if we were like together sitting across the table, right?
Yeah.
And then it would work and we can both hear the person. But right now it's just a one-way communique, unfortunately.
All right. So then Paul wasn't being rude to me. Thanks.
No, yeah, exactly right. All right.
Schuler. I love how Schuler didn't really want we got to get Schuler on, maybe. We could talk.
Yeah, he's got to be prepared. He's got to have his notes.
Could talk Ryder Cup at Congo, right?
Yeah. Upcoming, baby.
So are you going to watch, Billy? Are you actually going to sit down this week, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and watch? Be honest.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
At least you're honest.
Yeah. I like the lead in. I like the pregame, postgame thing. Not much for just sitting and watching. I like to engage. I like to play. No. I'm being half joking. I don't really do well. This is interesting, I guess, angle to who I am. Sitting and watching a sport, I start watching, I start getting curious about everything that surrounds it. I start asking a ton of questions. That's why I love watching golf with people that get the game, because I'm more curious about what's going on than actually what the person scores.
Got it.
Okay. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So a quick little story. I went to the World Series game with Henry Lynch back when the Nats were in it, and I was like asking all these questions, and then by like the fifth or sixth inning, he was just getting really quiet, like Paul D today on the phone. He wasn't hearing you. He was not hearing me anymore because he was tuned into the game. Yeah. And finally he's like, Billy, you just gotta watch the game. All right. I'm like, okay.
I'm surprised he didn't snap.
Beer man, hey, beer man.
I'm just trying to watch the game.
Yeah. Man, I'll tune in. I'll tune in for sure. But all right, Sergio. We'll end with Sergio, dude. Sergio, then Ian Poulter. We love Poulter, right?
That guy lives by the Ryder Cup.
Yeah, Ian.
He is Mr. Ryder Cup.
Yeah.
He's never really won. I don't even know what tournaments. He's never really won like a huge tournament. Maybe in Europe he has, but that guy lives and dies by the Ryder Cup. Yeah. He'll play till he's 70 if he can.
Yeah. Get him out there. Pop with like the Joe Biden model. Let's pump him full of something to get him out there. Just get out there and just look good. Wear something European.
Well, he will. Trust me on that.
He's got some serious flair swag, doesn't he?
Oh my goodness.
You know what would be perfect to match that, to counter that? What golfer in your head has the most incredible
John Daly?
Yes.
What if we put Daly on the U.S. squad? That
would do like a surprise thing, comes out Saturday morning and like through the tunnel.
My goodness.
Like John WWF Daly style? No way. Just the shock value.
We could do a whole podcast on John Daly, by the way.
His 30 for 30 is called Hit It Hard.
I've read his book, his autobiography.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's called.
He autoed it? Got
Billy,
sentences strung together?
Billy, listen to this.
He might be smart.
His title of his book is fantastic. John Daly, My Life in and Out of the Rough.
In and Out of the Rough.
Yeah, it's a great book. Chronicles his entire life, his gambling habits, his women habits, his 12 divorces.
No way.
Well, I'm exaggerating with the divorces, but yeah, he's pushing up there.
Do 12, you get the 13 free. Baker's dozen, we call that.
That's right.
All right.
But big JD. But yeah, this Ryder Cup should be a lot of fun. I'll probably tune in.
I'm gonna watch. I got my buddy Pat Ebel's gonna come down. He knows some. He likes to watch the golf. I need to watch with somebody. I don't do well watching by myself. It's so much fun. I'll call you. We'll talk on the phone like a lot. If that's okay.
Billy, I'm here for you, buddy.
I'm here for you. I'm excited. But
That
you know what?
fun.
Go ahead. Yeah. I know what I'm gonna do hopefully before the rain comes. I'm gonna go play some golf.
Nice. Well, it's pouring here. Flash flood warnings. Apparently, there was already a water rescue on Beach Avenue. Don't ask me how that happened.
Beach is living up to its name, I guess, or maybe they should call it ocean. Yeah. Well, beach is. I mean, it's so low. The ground, it's so low. You know.
Oh, it floods.
So all the water collects down there.
Oh, it's like right where you live in Bethany, the main streets of Bethany. If there's any amount of rain, it floods out of control.
It's unbelievable.
Right by that bike store,
like a strong dew.
Yeah, what's that bike store in the corner right there? I've
Bethany
never seen
Beach,
road.
Bethany Bikes. I was just there the other day.
Hey, is Shorty's still there? Tell me Shorty's is still there.
It's not.
Damn, that guy.
He died.
Did he? Well, Billy, this has been fun, man. I think the ratings.
This is to take a line from Bill O'Reilly. We're gonna play it. What is it called? I'm gonna play it out. Play us out. Remember that? We'll do it live. We'll do it live.
Take us out.
Yeah, we're just gonna play us out. Take us out to the European Anthem, "Ode to Joy." Because it's been just that with you.
This is a great song. Great anthem, right?
It can't get much better. This is from Beethoven's Ninth Symphony, his "Ode to Joy." It's considered the best piece of music ever written, and Europe can claim it because Germany's in Europe.
There you go.
If it was written on American soil, this would be our anthem. Like slam dunk, hang on the rim. All right, brother. Love you.
Billy, thanks, bud.
Thank you, bro.
Go USA.
You bet. Go US.
Peace.